Another day. Another... Actually, I don't know what cool line I was going to say. I guess it doesn't matter. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the beautiful world of Undead Darlings, featuring the lovely Vitamin DGR, aka V, the voice you can't forget. Back at it again. Yes, that's right, Twitch. We are streaming, we are live, and we are broadcasting for you, the viewers, the connoisseurs of culture. Welcomes. Give yourself a standing applause. Come on. Do it. For those that want to recap of the last episode, we did quite a few story stuff, and man oh man, did we discover a lot of things about Pearl. I bet I got a lot of people's eyes opened with her. I guarantee you. Well, I shouldn't say it like I'm guessing. I got a few people who are like, whoa, was not expecting that from Pearl. I don't blame you. I wasn't expecting it either. But it is what it is. Welcomes, Axels, who jumped on the scene. Before I get into it, well, obviously to express what's going to happen, obviously I'm just going with a different party. Well, I'm bringing Poyle. I'm bringing Poyle and Jordan. But I'm also doing Kyrie. I'm doing the original trio. Figured why not express with them. But as you know, with the Undead Darlings playthroughs, I gotta do it. So, today's anime recommendation is going to be A Certain Magical Index, a very popular light novel series that has, 3 seasons, 2 different spin-offs with both Railgun, a certain scientific railgun, and a certain scientific accelerator. But I'm going to discuss the original, the pioneer, A Certain Magical Index. A very well-received, well-loved light novel that had 3 seasons and a movie, as well as a number of specials, and in Japan, a very own fighting game, as well as a rather popular card game? Wait, is it a card game? Or is it a gacha game? I'm trying to remember what Index did. I don't know. It's a Japanese phone. It's a mobile phone game. But for those who want a brief introduction to it, A Certain Magical Index stars the escapades of one Kamijo Toma, an ordinary high schooler who apparently is living in a world where magic and science collide. As far as we here in, the normal world, I guess I'd say, is science has been revolutionized to the point where many people are given ESP, psychic powers of various things like levitation, electrokinesis, pyrokinesis, even telekinesis, levitation, who knows what have you. But Toma, his whole thing is he's a level 0. He basically means he's just kind of like poor bones, doesn't really have any special power. The only thing he has is the touch of his right hand negates scientific powers. You'd think that's cool, except for the fact that he's just kind of like a ordinary guy with classic anime boy shiny spiky hair, and that's kind of really it. But he does have one thing special about him: his extremely terrible misfortune. There is not a single day where he doesn't have something bad happen. Maybe he got this delicious sandwich he's looking forward to. Nope, guess what? Your refrigerator crapped out on you. Maybe you were looking forward to buying something from a vending machine. Oh no, your wallet has a hole in it, so all your money's gone. Maybe that girl you asked out has decided to give you a number, but guess what? The number flew away, and you're never going to get it again. Yeah, his life is kind of rough, but he means well. All that changes to a degree when, as he's airing out a futon, he discovers a young girl named Index. Yes, her name is Index, Index Liborium Praetorium, Libertorium Praetorium? I can't remember her actual name. It's Latin. But essentially, she's named Index because she's a sister, or a young nun, I guess. Part of a church who's been chased down by the church because she has knowledge of over 103,000 grimoires. You're probably wondering what a grimoire is. Think of those magic books you hear a lot about that's filled with all sorts of magical spells. Yeah, she's kind of a big deal on that. Who's being chased by the church, and without giving too much away, it's his job to protect him. Laborium Prohibitorium. Thank you, Axis. That's exactly what I was trying to reference. Let's see. I don't really want to use much of your magic skills, so I'm going to use your ice skills. I'm going to call it a day here, at least until I get better weapons. Because I'm not trying to lose all on this again. The whole plot, of course, is him trying his hardest to protect her because the church wants her. I guess when you have access to over 103 different books filled with magical powers, it becomes a thing. But it's also interesting because it's a whole thing of science versus... so annoying. Of science versus magic. You're probably wondering, is magic all bad? But there's also some in the science that's not totally good. Mixed in with some vampires, some supernatural threats, demons, and basically you got this whole hodgepodge thing where it's just an amazing series. It was animated by JC Staff, I believe, for all 3 seasons. Season 1 is definitely a hit, and I know a lot of people still like it. Granted, I know Season 3's had some hiccups, but it has a very special place in my heart. It's actually one of my top 5 favorite anime, if I were to go gash about it. But yeah, that is your anime recommendation for it. I was going to talk about Railgun, because I know more people do like Railgun, because, I mean, who doesn't like Misaka-san? I was also going to recommend Accelerator, because quite a few of my friends like Accelerator. But I'm choosing my favorite, so there's your anime recommendation. I go further, but I don't want to ruin the spoiler, other than the fact that, again, I do recommend seeing Season 1 and 2, maybe Season 3. Actually, you should just watch in general. It's a better light novel, yes, but the anime is definitely worth a good checkout. And for those that wish to hear more of my voice, those who wish to have more anime recommendations, or those who just wish to be more involved with me, I'd appreciate a follow on my Twitch under the handle of VitaminDGR, or you could subscribe to my YouTube under the same name and handle, where you're knowing the right place. Sorry, I thought I heard a car just go berserk outside when you see love a dog. Access says real long alignment? No. I don't know if I'd be... Actually, would it work, me doing a reading? If I read a light novel, I wonder how that would work. I guess maybe I'll do it as a Saturday thing. That might be good as like a 1 visit or something. 1 visit? Oh, right. Before I do go further, because I remember this from last time, I'm not making this mistake again. And I ended up doing that by accident. I'm buying some freaking flashlights. Because I'm not goofing this up twice. Give me this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, figure if I give you 1 new item, your knees will buckle. Whatever. I'm not making this mistake twice. I remember last time I ran out of flashlights and I was trying to gamble. Ain't working here. Alright, now how to get back to where I was. Still haven't opened that door. I need to figure out cafeteria access. I need to get back to where I was. Problem is, I don't remember where I was. I'm in a bit of a story mood. I mean, I guess that's kind of obvious. As I play these games, I usually just have a lot of things to say, because why not entertain you guys while I do, right? I'm in a bit of a story mood. I want to talk about, like, some of my school endeavors. Because I was going through my days, I was thinking to myself, okay, I have Undead Darlings. Usually, whenever I play a game, depending on the game, I'll try to think about, like, maybe a conversation topic. Maybe I'll go by chat. We'll go from there, etc., etc. You already know. I try not to do too many overshares. I like to be kind of tame. To be fair, I was going to go rapid fire on another anime I was currently watching. I really, like, just gushed on, but maybe I'll save that for a future episode. I'm not going to bore you guys on it. And I will also say this on a different note. I was told about whether I should talk about other cultured things. Probably not going to happen, at least right now. I'm not going to go any further on that. So let's just move on. What I will say, though, is that I do want to tell about, like, some of my random moments of my past. No magic elements, really? Whatever. And the reason I bring this up is because so for people that don't know, yeah, I guess technically, I do have oh my god! What did he hit me with? Jeez Louise! And that hurt Jordan, too. Snowball fight? Hold on, before I go to this story, I gotta find out what the heck the skill is that Pearl learned. Snowball fight.
1 to 3 hits. Even though they're undead, they sure look cute, balling up snow and lobbing them at your opponents. Overhand throws allowed, of course.
So it's a multi-hit ice skill, huh? Alright, that's kind of cool. I wonder how many skills are in this game. It's gotta be a lot. Jordan, you can, second each yourself. There we go, back to normal. So yeah, the reason why I'm going with this, because I had... Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna rip Facebook. I have a Facebook. I don't really go on Facebook. There's been many times I forget I have a Facebook, but I have a Facebook. Oh, right, I have these things. Right. I'll get rid of the popcorn. I don't really think I need... Wait, hold on. What do I have that I don't care about? I probably might want that popcorn. Whatever. Let's see what else I got. I had somebody send me a message on Facebook. No, this isn't me doing a plug-in to Facebook. I really don't even go on Facebook. I feel like I mean, I know I'm told I should, especially if I'm trying to, like, you know, be more out there. I just don't personally have much investment in Facebook right now. Maybe in the future, maybe something will happen that'll change my mind, but yeah, no, I'm not really feeling Facebook per se. But an old person, well, shouldn't say old, but somebody that I haven't talked to in a very long time, that I didn't even know I was friends with on Facebook, reached out. And I won't name drop, but let's just say her name is BB for her initials. So BB, I found out why I like know her. And this isn't like some bragging story. I'm going somewhere with this, so bear with me while I figure out, do I want to cut my defense down that much? Yeah, I guess I can. It's not that bad. I don't think there's anybody else that can benefit from this. Yeah, okay. So BB talked to me. She was like, "Oh, hi, it's been like a long time, V. How have you been? Blah, blah, blah. I knew you from this school." Reason being is because talking to her briefly, I was reminded of I want to try this new snowball fight thing because it sounds interesting. I was briefly reminded of, so I went to a school that was, I don't know if it was like the school pres or whatever, but they had this whole thing about like keeping our group together, like being social. And this was, I mean, Facebook was already out at the time, but this was still while Facebook was like popping, like everyone was on it and then some. And this was to the point where I remember our school president, our class president, we had that, and our class president was like, "Yo, we should totally like." That's it. That's the snow. Oh, okay, that wasn't that bad. Let's say that was a sucky move. Our class president was like, "We should get on this too, so that way we can establish bonds or blah blah blah, whatever." It's been years, so it doesn't matter. And that's how I gained like a lot of Facebook friends on this. It was always classmates that I didn't talk to. I wasn't much of the social side, so I just had them. Can I go in here? Yes, I can. I want this item first. So BB reached out, and it was one of those things where so the reason why she reached out, and you're probably wondering, ooh, like an old flame or anything. No, I don't even think I really talked to this chick. I shouldn't say chick, that's derogatory. To this woman, like if I ever talked to her, it was probably like, I don't know, one of the class assignments where like, hey, join up in class, work together for projects, whoop-de-doo, yay, you're all cool. And if I haven't, and if somehow she's hearing this, which I doubt it, because I didn't tell her I was on this, but if she somehow if BB, you're watching this, I'm gonna talk about it. I got to. This isn't an overshare. I'm bringing up something interesting here. At least I think it's interesting, or at least a good pass of time. So BB brought up, yeah, I've been going through like my Facebook because it's been a long time, and I'm just trying to like reestablish the connections I had. It's been like many years. I don't know if like anybody's doing all right. I want to check out what's good. Blah blah blah. And I commend that. I get it. There's some people you don't want to like lose your connections to. I understand. There's nothing wrong with trying to like reestablish a connection. Believe me, it sucks when you drift apart, but if you're able to like keep a connection or keep a friend that you don't lose, I feel like that's the best thing. That's what separates normal friendships from ones that are sacred to me, and at least in my mind. And she was going through the list, and alphabetically, I was next. So she was just establishing like, hi, how are you? How's your life? Etc. Etc. It's been some time. We didn't get to anything too like serious, nothing too like overshare or anything. Do I want that item? Not really. It's probably gonna be a sucky item. And it got to a point where I was like okay with BB talking to me. I was like, all right, cool, yeah, it's been a long time trying to establish it. You were like, hey, do you remember? I can say the teachers because there's a million people with the same last name. Do you remember Mrs. Wood's class? And I was like, oh yeah, Mrs. Wood was like super cool. Blah blah blah. I don't know, just like normal stuff like that. It wasn't too crazy, nothing too weird. Where do I go? I need to go to the staircase. We need to go back this way. But what got to it, like, it was fine at first. It was just like whatever. I didn't feel too uncomfortable. It was different. It was definitely different. But it wasn't the most uncomfortable thing. And she meant well, so I can commend and respect that. If I was more sociable and bold, I'd probably see myself doing that too. Oh, you're weak to ice? Say less. Here, you're also weak to this, and you're weak to this. Cool. But what it got to was during the conversation, which, by the way, the conversation was super loud or super long. It was like, I don't know, we just sent messages every now and then, so it took like a good, I don't know, hour? Not even an hour. It was a while. It was longer than half an hour, I know for sure, because I was cooking, because I was hungry. Speaking of which, I'm so hungry. Do I go this way? Yes. Yes, I go this way. Ew. Oh, yeah, that's the summer thing that she talked about. Her dad's juice jitsus. I gotta remember that.
We can do it.
So BB brought up a friend of hers is like, they were like getting like, I guess, engaged and everything. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Congratulations. I'm too young to think about marriage, but I mean, if you're old enough or consider it, why not? And BB was like, well, I was just thinking like so many people like got their whole lives ahead of it. And like, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling a little like sensitive or anything. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. I mean, well, I didn't say I feel bad, but I was trying to like, I didn't know how best to express it because I don't really know how to, I can't relate. I never even thought about marriage or anything. I'm too young to even consider it. But I mean, hey, there's probably people that are younger than me that are still doing it. So I literally just told her straight up, okay, I don't know really how to help you. I won't lie. I was straight up and said, I'm not going to lie and say I can relate to that feeling. Because I told her straight up I never thought about really that kind of relationship or anything. Because, you know, I'm young and naive and foolish. But I did tell her, well, people have their own, like, different, like, paths for this kinds of life. Like, some people want to do something serious, serious commitments early. Some people don't. I think there's completely fine. There's no rule book on any of this. I think if you want to do it, you should do it. But it's just don't regret. That's my main thing. Just don't regret if you decide to do it. If you're, as long as you're with that comfortable significant other and they want to do it, get married or whatever relationship, next stage, whatever, and they both are okay with it, then that's when everything's gonna be okay. That's my understanding of it. She was like, okay, cool, that was sweet. I really appreciate that, and that was very like profound. I was like, oh, thanks. It's kind of hard pulling like stuff out of my hat like I could believe in, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to somebody. I'd rather tell people like it is, and I genuinely felt that way. Same for all you viewers that are like, maybe you feel compelled to do something. Don't feel compelled just because others are doing it. Do it at your own pace. Stick to your lane. There's no reasons you need to rush into these things. That's not to say you should be like absurdly slow either, but you know, find a nice pace. My understanding was that would be, and I'm not going to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude when I say this. I wasn't trying to be dismissive, but and if I am offending, I do apologize. I'm not trying to offend anybody here. I thought that would be it. Like, I thought through that, like, that part of the conversation, that was it. And then maybe we just be like, well, okay, set up something, then we go our separate distances. We'll talk every now and then. Sure. I was like, yeah, okay. That's my understanding of where that was going. That didn't happen. So what happens, so I'm not laughing like it was funny, but I'm laughing because of the way I'm expressing it. So what ended up happening was BB, oh, thank God, I remembered I had a flashlight. So BB, aw, it's purple? Okay, hang on, I'll go back to that in a second. So what BB ended up talking about next was, she was like, oh, well, that was really sweet and everything cool. So da-da-da-da-da. And then she went on to say, so do you remember, and I'm definitely not going to name drop this because this is getting into something that I don't feel too comfortable saying, but you're like, do you remember person A? And I was like, I don't remember really anybody from like that ago. Like, you guys just kind of remind me. And like, yeah, so person A like brought up like, we still got to talk and everything, and person A used to have like a thing for you. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know what to do with this information now. It's not like I'm gonna ever see person A, so what happens now? And they're like, no, that's it, really. And I was like, oh, cool. Where was this going? I don't understand the purpose of bringing up somebody that used to have a crush on me. And, oh, they get poison, sweet. And they're like, why'd you use the skull indent thing? I don't know what that move is. Why'd you do it on Jordan? She already got enough problems. Pearl. Seriously. Where was I going with this? But I was bringing up, like, okay, so what's the point of telling me about someone that used to have, like, a thing for me if I don't even remember or really know, like, it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, I know them, but I didn't feel like I truly knew them, so I was like, I don't really remember that well. And they're like, oh, well, I mean, I guess you just never really paid much attention or anything. I was like, okay, a little harsh, but alright, I'm sorry. And B was like, no, it's cool, I understand. Like, some guys are like that. I was like, sure. Where is this going? And I did ask that. I didn't say it in that credence, like the whole, like, drag out my words. I was like, alright, so where does this leave us? And BB's response to that whole entire thing was, so you ever think, like, what would happen if, like, you can understand dogs and, like, instead of them, you just hear them barking or whatever, you can actually hear, like, constant words and stuff? And that's what lost me, because I was like, I have no idea where this conversation's going. So for the next 15 minutes, BB sent me texts about, or messages about, like, oh, hey, so, like, you ever wonder about, like, if animals, like, we could communicate with animals, blah, blah, blah. And I truly, I kid you not, guys. I know some of you guys listening are like, what brought this up? Like, did you ask, like, what was going on? Believe me, I asked. I'm not even doing this just for S's and G's. I'm straight up saying, oh, I asked. I still didn't get a response. The only thing I got at the end, because eventually we did, like, Bolt. Thank you. I should probably heal myself before Jordan dies. The only thing I got out of that whole thing after BB, like, did her whole thing was, oh, okay, cool. By the way, I was getting, like, my dog had, like, a little baby, and it was, like, really cute, and sent a picture of, like, this little lab, it's like a little baby lab, and I was like, oh, it's so cute, and I do love animals, so I was like, oh, it's really cute, and it was like, thanks, and I was like, what's the name? Literally the last thing I sent to her was, what are you gonna name it? It has been hours. I have not gotten a response, and I'm just like, okay, I guess that's how this conversation ends. I wasn't really trying to go anywhere with this, other than if there was some sort of moral of the story. If there's people in the past that you maybe have or have not talked to, be wary, I guess, because not that they're bad, but I guess you never really know. I'm not saying BB, I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's just enough opportunity. She might have been making up a lot of this. I obviously shouldn't take everything she said for granted, because it's the internet, whatever. But it was just like how... Man, I don't know how to describe it other than it felt abrupt. Because, yeah, I was, like, entertaining, and I was genuinely trying to, like, keep a conversation because... I mean, if I feel uncomfortable with someone, I'll say, yeah, I'm not feeling this, I gotta bounce. It's not my thing. And I did feel that uncomfortable. I felt weirded out, for lack of a better term. But it was definitely one of those things where I was like, I don't... Okay, so maybe somebody will understand this feeling. Somebody I haven't talked to in a long time, or probably never talked to, if, like, briefly, started a conversation with me. So, oh, cool. An Arkansas toothpick.
Warning, not to be used as an actual toothpick. May cause bleeding gums.
What is it? Is it a sword? Is it a knife? It's useful for a lot of us. I'll hold on to it, I guess. But I don't know what it's useful for. I think it's a knife. Yeah, let's try it. Like, I have no ire with BB. Weirded out, yes. I understand, like, okay, yeah, establish connections, yada, 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 cool. It was just, like, what really got me involved, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, you didn't pay attention to her, because I did. I did try to, like, have a conversation with her. I'm genuine like that. I have my moments. I'm soft. I'm weak. I'm weak. But what got me was... I'll admit, what really got me engaged was the dog. Because I was like, oh, it's so cute. It's like a little baby. I've never even seen, like, a small Labrador, or a small Labrador Retriever. I was like, I really want to, like, know, like, what's the name of it? And I haven't gotten a response. And I was just like, oh, all right. And it was awkward for me because I didn't want to be like, hey, person that you just talked, that just talked to me, can I, like, bug you out of your busy day just because I want to know, like, your dog's name? I just felt kind of like that'd be messed up. So I don't know. I just kind of like talked circles in my head. I was like, you know what? if this conversation picks up again, I'm just gonna move out my own separate way. So that's the end of that tirade. Again, I didn't really have much of a thing with that. Is maybe a bit of an overshare. Good job, Kyrie. I just want to... Oh, you want your cleavage. I think you already have it. It wasn't much of an overshare. It might have been much of an overshare, but it was whatever. But no, I wasn't really like going anywhere too great. Axis says he's going to send me a pic on Discord to send anyone that doesn't respond. It works every time. By the way, people have a Discord if you ever want to like chat out, just do random things with us. I like to think we're a good community. We got our moments. We might be a little random, nerdy, but you know, we're good peoples. Oh man, this area's... Oh, there's a cutscene there. Okay, I'll go to that in a second. Actually, I'll do it now. Like, I wasn't really going, like, super far with that tirade, but I was just like, I mean, why not? I've been playing Undead Darlings. It's nice to have something to talk about while I do. The other thing I want to talk about was something that, technically, I have slightly talked about in a different video, but I do want to bring it up here. But first, just in case this is a thing, I'm just going to save, because I hope this is a cutscene I can do. And it's not. In fact, I'm completely off. Bitter about mom. I need literally the other team. Wow. Okay, cool. Well, I'll keep that in mind for later. So here's the tirade about to go on, just to pass some time. Thank you, Axis. In case this is for, like, I don't know my fan base of people that watch my videos. If you guys like watch all my videos, if you stick with one particular series, if you watch all my series, this may not be too new to you. I'm drinking my orange Gatorade. But if you're one of those that specifically watch this series, or you haven't watched it yet, this might be, you know, something I've already brought up, but I'm gonna bring it up. Some weeks ago, and Axis, I know if you're watching this, we've talked about it briefly. So this might be familiar to you, but I need to bring this up on this because I think this is a good, like, a good platform and a good game to, like, talk about. Persona X, in case people are wondering, I'm going to talk about Persona X. Or, as people refer to it as Persona, the Phantom X. I don't really know what it's Persona 5, the Phantom X, I think it's called. But I just want to bring it up because I'm a Persona fan. Yep, I'm just going to say it right now. It is obvious. I've said it enough times. Shock and surprise. I briefly talked about... Well, I think I did good... did a okay conversation in my other playthrough, which I'm currently playing SMT 5. Shin Megami Tensei 5, in case people want to watch that. It'd probably be a lot more at home there. But this was something that I did say I want to get more further information on, and I have. I rewatched the video. I found a sub-trailer. So unlike what I talked about then, for context, a couple of weeks ago, Atlas and this Chinese studio, this Chinese social group called, I think it's like World Something Order or World, I don't remember what they're called, but it's like a social media group for China, which I'm gonna assume also refers to Asia as well, or is it just specifically China? That I do not know. What I do know is. So some time ago they announced that they were working on a new Persona game, and obviously as a Persona fan you're like, what? No, it exists. My time has come. And of course I got super excited because, you know, more Persona for me is never not a bad thing. I'm always going to be a hook, line, and sinker for anything Persona. It's the reason why I got Arena, it's why I got Strikers, why I'm planning on streaming both of those bad boys. Or other things, depending on my mood. I digress. But Persona 5X, or Persona 5 the Phantom X got announced. Ooh, there's a lot of items in here. I gotta fight a purple guy? Alright, bring it.
We can do it.
Oh, I can handle these guys. They announced that. I'm like, oh, okay. This looks cool. I watched... The first trailer I watched, obviously it wasn't subbed. It just came to my feed. It was like, hey, dude... You might want to watch this, V, because you're into this kind of thing. And I was like, thanks, YouTube. Glad to know that you finally recommended me videos that I want to watch instead of some weird algorithm thing, because whatever. And I was like super excited because I was like, oh, this looks really good. Like, it's a new persona. I like how the animation looks. It's a red-haired dude that I totally vibe with. Really pretty new Velvet Room attendant, because you can't just have the same people. More on that later. Igor's back. Obviously, it's a Japanese voice actor, or at least a different one who's like, "Welcome to my Velvet Room." Ha ha ha. Things like that. And this time it's an aquarium. Which I'm like, oh, I wonder what, like, it homages to this. Like, is it like a car's destination? Is it like a jail? Access asked if it's a gacha game. Yeah, I'm gonna go further on that. So, there's probably a good number of you that know, but I'm gonna bring it up regardless for the people that don't, or maybe you just want to hear another opinion on this. Whether it's just dime a dozen, this is just my honest opinion of this whole matter. I should be healing you guys. I apologize. Nice miss. And that's the first, like, couple seconds that it shows, like, okay, Atlas, and then the other group. Man, I really don't know what this Chinese group is. I'm gonna have to, like, look up what this Chinese, like, social media group is, because I know that at least I've heard that they've done other stuff, but I don't know if they've done anything that I'm aware of. So if anyone has, please leave me a comment in the section below. I don't honestly know what they've worked on or who this group is. They're obviously a new group to me, so whatever. Let's digress. What are you weak to? Oh, you're weak to darkness? Oh, Emily would have been really good for this. Oh, well, shame. Live and learn. Hang on the edge of tomorrow. So that's the first few seconds, and then it's like, okay, cool. Atlas's trailer, or Atlas's, like, title card thing. It's like, oh yeah, Atlas, show me something good. And then the first things it shows me is the main protagonist, like, going about his days, going through the school, a new part of town, which, honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. If you have or know Persona 5, it's basically Persona 5. It looks... It's pretty much Persona 5. I'm not even gonna, like, beat around the bush. It's so Persona 5. I'm an Atlas fanboy, but I gotta admit, this feels blatantly a copy. Like, almost... like, insultingly, like, it's a copy. And maybe I'm being too bold on it. Maybe I should wait on it. But it's so Persona 5 that, and granted, yeah, because the title is Persona 5X, but I was expecting it to be a little different. I don't know. But I digress. So it shows, like, the main protagonist, who he doesn't have a canon name yet, because, you know, Atlas protagonists don't usually. But he becomes a phantom thief. It's in the trailers. This isn't spoilers. You can watch the trailers on YouTube. It's pretty obvious. His codename is Wonder, which I don't know why it's... I wonder why it's called Wonder. I honestly don't know myself.
We can do it.
I was trying to find out what it, like, references. So, his whole thing, at least from what because I watched the first normal trailer, and that was just as is. And I didn't understand what's going on. I just had to go with the visuals. So I'm not going to use that information. I'm going to use the trailer now that I've seen the subbed version. Shout out to, what was his name? Buff Meister. I watched this one as well as another guy's trailer, and they both did, like, good subs, and I was like, you know what? I'm on it. I guarantee you, like I said, if you go on YouTube, you find, Persona X sub trailer. It's on there, because now that I watched it, I feel a lot more informed. So I'm not just gonna, like, be like, oh, I don't know what the heck I'm watching. Because my knowledge of Japanese isn't as great as I'd like it to be. Why did I use Snowball Fight? I don't know. It did get the one enemy. It didn't finish it off. Seriously. Great. But yeah, so for context, they don't go to Shujin High. I'm not going to go into spoiler stuff for Persona 5. This is just initial stuff, and this is to help make a comparison. So, in Persona 5, your main character, aka Joker, whatever you want to name him, whether you want to go by Akira Kurusu or I like to go by Ren Amamiya, your protagonist, or whatever you want to name him, he goes to Shujin Academy. Which is funny, because Shujin is the same term for inmate, in case people didn't know that. It's a little cute, almost a little cheeky. In case you didn't know that, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Go, Joe. Man, I'm running out of energy. I'm gonna have to start using some items from you fools. So, instead of going to Shujin Academy, despite it taking place in Tokyo, and a lot of the sites and areas you go to are pretty much the exact freaking same as Persona 5, like the normal Persona 5, you don't go to Shujin Academy. Instead, you go to a place called Kiba Academy, I think, or Kaiba Academy. I think it's pronounced Kiba. Unlike other, I mean, obviously your protagonist's parents, like, you never really find out. In this case, I remember hearing, like, because I went further, I also went to Persona Central and read more into it. And they're saying, like, yeah, your parents, like, travel along a lot, so they just leave you, like, alone in this case. So I was like, okay, cool. So it's the first time, unlike the other Persona games, with the exception of, I think, 1 and 2, if people remember that. Like, so let's go by 3, 4, and 5. It's the first time where you don't really have, like... Well, 3, you don't really have, like, a parent figure living with you. I guess technically in 3 you don't, but you do have, like, kind of like a dorm mother, if that makes sense. And you have, like, Ikutsuki, or whatever the freak that dude's name is, the director. I guess that kind of counts as the father figure, but, like, it's not like 4 or 5 where you have, like, a father figure or something, like, to take care of you, or to make sure you're right or anything, blah, blah, blah. Time to burn, buddy. You don't have that in this game. At least, I don't know. Because you're living alone. Which is, you know, it is fine. He's responsible, sure. He goes to Kiba Academy. He's just like an ordinary guy. Unlike Joker, I think he's similar to... Well, so... I don't know how to describe him well, because obviously I don't know much better. He's not like Joker where he's hated. Like, obviously people like talk ill about him, blah blah blah, because of circumstances. I won't spoil why. I think he's similar to Yu Narukami, Persona 4's protagonist. That he's just kind of like this new guy, or at least he's just a guy that people are like, oh, well, there's that guy. Moving on. I need CC, darn it. He's just this ordinary guy. Like, you don't think too much of him. He's just a dude. Use this. I really should get some items getting me, so let's use this, and this, and this. There we go. Feeling better. I'm gonna use a flashlight too, because I still can't see. So, we'll just refer to him as Wonder from now on, because obviously we don't know if he's gonna have like a protagonist name or anything. Why is there a hole here? Why is that like that? I think I'm supposed to fall down. I think I have to fall down. I don't think there's really... Well, there's also that path, so I'll come back to it. I'll just use a map here. But, yeah, so Wonder's living like this ordinary life. He's nothing special, just some red-haired dude, run-of-the-mill. He is friends with, like, this popular, like, tomboy girl, who I now know her name. I found out her name. Well, I guess this is for people that have heard my earlier tirade, but you know what? Let's just be general. So, he has a friend who's, like, this popular second-year girl, named Arai, or... Arai? I think her name's Arai. She's just like this, like, cheerful, energetic girl. She's like the upbeat. Everyone likes her. There's no fault with her. She's just like, you know, like that total big sis energy, girl next door. Let's have a good time. For those that are real fan bases, or real knowledgeable Persona, she's similar to Chie, at least from my understanding. But not obviously like Chie, where she's just like all about, and I'm not saying this directly because I love Chie, but I'm not saying that she's all about, like, kung fu and meat. Like, she's into sports, like, she's sporty and friendly. I think they said in the sub-trailer, like, she's liked by a lot, or in Persona Central, that she's, like, liked by a lot of people. Yeah, she's just, like, you know, the class friend. Like, you always have that one classmate that, like, wow, this person, like, everyone likes them. They'll never be wrong. That kind of thing. That's what I think of Arai. Or Suasan, if we're going by last name here. And what gets me... So this is where I'm going to start with this, because I know people want to get to it. So, Persona 5 has a thing where... And this is spoilers, this is literally in the cover, but one of the characters you deal with is a cat named Morgana. And Morgana, his whole shtick is, like, he's sent to act... Well, you encounter him in the metaverse. He's to act as your guide, blah, blah, blah. That's his thing. His other thing, he has 2 things, or 3 things. That's his first thing, is he acts as a guide. He's knowledgeable about how to be a Phantom Thief. That's his thing, and he teaches you how to be a proper Phantom Thief. That's his thing, right? So, his second thing is, when you enter the metaverse, which is this world's, like, other space where shadows and personas are and everything, all the supernatural stuff happens, he can transform into a car. Or a bus. Well, I know they say it's a car. To me, it looks like a minibus, but I guess we're calling it a car, so sure. And the third thing is he constantly says that he's not a cat, which is a reference to the whole novel of, I forgot who wrote it, but it's the thing that's saying that I am not a cat. I'm certain somebody way more knowledgeable than me knows what I'm referring to when I say this. That's his whole shtick. Most of those three things. I mean, if you guys want to add a fourth, he totally simps for An, the beautiful girl with the pigtails. That's the model. That's his other thing. I won't go into any further things because it's going to Persona 5 spoilers, and I really think you should play the game. That's his thing, right? So in Persona X, your character, the first, I guess your ally, I guess your guide, you would think, because, yeah, you're an ordinary guy, you gotta have a guide, too, to, like, help you, like, figure out how to do stuff. So, what's your guide? So, your guide's name is Lufei, which I found out later on his code name is Cattle, which I don't know why it's called Cattle. I wonder if that's right or not. I don't really know. Maybe it's like a translation error or something, or maybe it just means something that I don't know. But it means cattle. That's his code name. I'm gonna go with Lufei. Spelled Luffy, in case people are like, wait, isn't it spelled by the same, like, people who did One Piece? Yeah, it's spelled the same way as Monkey D. Luffy. But I don't know if it's pronounced as Luffy or Lufei. What the heck is that? Is that a lightning spell? It sounds like a lightning thing. But why does the Z's look funny? Hold up, though. I gotta find out what the heck this, what is this? Well, it's definitely in bold letters.
Oh, not the searing pain! Getting hit by this bolt of lightning is not unlike turning oneself into a human conductor, nobly sacrificing your body and life to complete a circuit in order to save mankind.
I have no clue what that is. I'm gonna assume that's a really stronger electric spell. Where am I? So, Lufei is your, like, character, your guide guy, and you're like, okay, cool. But here's the thing. He's an owl, who fights using, I think he's like, these, like, tonfa thing. So, unlike Morgana, who uses a sword, he uses tonfa, which is cool. I thought his weapon choice is cool. He even looks really cool. His, like, owl, not his bird form, but his, like, metaverse form, his Phantom Thief form. But the thing is, he too is like, oh, I have knowledge about becoming a Phantom Thief. I'm going to teach you how to be a Phantom Thief. And I was like, okay, that feels a little similar to another certain cat, but whatever. I need to heal Jordan. So here you go. I should also heal you. Alright, let's do this.
Get ready, everyone.
Oh yeah, these guys are going to be a pain. His second thing, if you don't know where I'm going with this, yeah, you're gonna see if this sounds familiar. His second thing is, he's capable of entering another metaverse, and he transforms into a van-like thing, which is admittedly a slightly cooler reddish white car, but he turns into a car in the metaverse to help transportation, so yeah, that feels a little familiar. That's all good. And the third thing, if this isn't familiar to you, then I don't know what is. His main, like, I don't know if it's a slogan or something, but the main thing he usually says is, oh, I am not an owl. I am a proper thief. And it's like, no, that's not your thing, that's Morgana's thing. Why are you copying what Morgana says? And now you understand, like, the weird thing on this, because it feels like a copy and paste of Morgana, which I never thought we would need a second Morgana in the world. I'm not saying I hate Morgana, but clearly Morgana is, like, one of the least liked characters, which is sad, because I really like his voice actress a lot. Like, Cassandra Lee Morris is a great voice actress. It's just Morgana. I don't know. But I get it why they did it, how Morgana is. So, it's not that, again, it's not that I hate Morgana. Morgana's cute and has its moments. And definitely comes through when it counts. It really does. I'm not acting like Ryuji. Shout out to those who get that reference. But you can't just go around and just give another character who's, yeah, okay, but he's a bird this time. But it's basically Morgana. It's Morgana if it was a bird. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm still trying to get my hand on this, but sure. You know what? Why not? Because it's technically still Persona 5. Maybe they need to be, like, they had to do it just because they couldn't just shoehorn somebody that knows about the Phantom Thief world. Let's assume that. Okay, fine. That's the whole thing with Lufei. By the way, though, his persona's cool, though. I found his persona's name was Raw Boy, which is like this, like, robot Gundam thing that, honestly, it does look really cool. If I could I'll give you one thing, Lufei. Your persona, Rob Roy, looks awesome. Like, it really does. Your persona looks a heck of a lot cooler than Zoro. And I like Zoro, though. That's what's even more funny. I like Zoro's other evolutions, but the initial design of Zoro, I don't like as much as I like Rob Roy. again, check out on the Persona Central if you want to see the picture of it, because it's like this like robot Gundam dude. It looks like a Gundam. It's basically a Gundam. I don't. It's a Gundam. I can't stress enough. It's a freaking Gundam. And if people who don't know what a Gundam is, it's the mech. It's like it's awesome. Fun fact for people who didn't know, Gundam was actually the name of Gundam was actually meant for Gun X Freedom. In case people didn't know that, so there's a little information nugget for you if you didn't know that. So that's the whole thing I have with Lupe. I'm gonna move on. And then, as you figured, okay, cool, Phantom Thief attire. His Wonder's Phantom Thief costume looks super cool. Though he does have the flappy jacket, his run cycle looks almost exactly like Joker's. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is Joker's. Let's just do this and this. Whatever, sure. Wonder has to be... Again, I just don't know why Wonder moves and acts similar to Joker. Couldn't tell you. Really couldn't tell you. Then we get to the next character. Again, this isn't spoilers. This is in the trailer. So this is not spoilers, so you do not have to worry about spoiler out coming up out of nowhere saying these things. I'm going to use another flashlight. I know I shouldn't, but I do want to see just in case there's any holes. Plus, somebody left their shirt on the ground. They should pick that up. Oh. It seems to control green doors. What green door is there around here? Oh, the green door over there. Oh, then I don't actually need to fall. Wonder is a guy. Axis asked if Wonder's a guy. Wonder, your main protagonist is a guy. But the other character I was going to talk about is Arai, who's the first female. The cheery tomboy girl that everyone likes. True to Persona fashion, she's another playable character. This is just a weird like thing to me. Not weird in a bad way, but I get a chuckle out of this because it reminds me kind of like Naruto-esque. What the heck am I looking at here? Staff potluck signups. Laverne cups. John D. Appletini mix. Christopher T. Turkey bacon. Dr. Hauser karaoke machine for sing-alongs. Dr. Sulu. Oh my. Oh, that's funny. Nurse Joy lava cookies. Wonder how many references are that. James is a butt. I am indeed a butt. I don't know what all of this is, but I love this. I really like the Dr. Sulu oh my thing. That's very funny. I love this game's references. If I haven't been, serious about that. There's another cutscene over there real quick. Give me 1 second. Just want to see what this cutscene is. Hopefully it's something I can do. Nope. I need Cece. Why do I need Cece so much? Isn't Cece already like in love with me? Okay, I don't think there's really anything left for this area except to fall down and see where that leads. Granted, the green doors are open, so now I can hopefully go new places. I'm gonna fall down there and see where that leads to. How do I get there? I need to go... Is there a way I can do it? Oh, no, there isn't. I would have to have a flashlight, huh? I would have to have a flashlight, yeah. So I need to use another flashlight. Just to get back there. So Arai ends up becoming a Phantom Thief. Her Phantom Thief attire... I don't know what homage it's supposed to be or why it's this. All it does, and this is clearly not the right series, but... So her Phantom Thief attire is like she walks in like this yellow like jumpsuit, yellow and black jumpsuit thing, kind of like a bee. I think her weapon's like this like flail kind of deal, which I think is actually cool because, you know, why not? New weapons. Sounds really awesome. What gets me is her outfit is like bright yellow. Like, not even like, oh, like subtly bright. It's like, oh, you'd have to be colorblind to not notice how bright this yellow is. It's like, you're supposed to be a Phantom Thief. You're not supposed to wear like very bright colors, but oh boy, tell me. It brings me knowledge of Naruto. Because, like, when I think of Naruto, and they're supposed to be ninjas, ninjas are supposed to be, like, covert and capable of, like, hiding in, but Naruto wears, like, this bright freaking orange. That's kind of how I feel about, Arai. Who, by the way, her, well, I already said, like, her nickname is Closer. Tell that to An. Well, I mean, to be fair, depending on the area, there's some dungeons in Persona 5 where you can blend in with the red, so I can kind of get that. It's not the same as the yellow, though. I mean, I get what you're saying, Access, but it doesn't feel as, like... noticeable, if that makes sense. I don't know. Plus, considering An's whole, like, shtick with her persona, it makes sense. Closer, we'll use Arise Persona, her codename is Closer, or Closer. I think it's pronounced Closer. Her Persona's name is Awilda, which I think I like Awilda's design. Like, again, I like the new Persona's designs. Oh, I guess I should also mention, because I haven't mentioned it before. Your main protagonist Persona is Genesec. I mixed feelings about this one, because it's like, I think it's like this like Persona that has 2 golden guns. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like someone decided to do a different color pattern swap of Arsene. Because instead of it being like red and black and darker colors, Genesec, which I really hope I'm saying the name, is like white and red and kind of gold. There's some parts where it's gold. What are you weak to? You're not weak to any of this, huh? Wait. Are you weak to darkness? Bet. And you're weak to this. And you're weak to this. Cool. But there's just... Genesec looks... Oh, I didn't... Man, that sucks when I miss. That's just a waste of energy. Ow.
This sucks. This should work.
So much for that blind thing, huh? I guess blind doesn't make it so you can't miss. Alright, hold on. Time to bring you back. Guess we're gonna... Where's my crow pinion? Here you go, Jordan, and... Blindness Fool.
Here.
Genesec's Persona looks super cool. Well, excuse me. Wonder's Persona Genesec looks super cool. The trailers show, like, other characters. Like, some girl, like, this feathery white outfit, and this other dude in, like, this dark black blue outfit that kind of reminds me a bit of, like, Yusuke. Ooh, I'm about to goof up. Hold on, I need to heal. One for you, one for you, one for you, and then I need some second aids for you. I'll do a first aid for the other guys. For you, and for... Actually, Kairi doesn't really need it. Where am I going? Back up here. Oh, I need to hit the switch. That's a little lame, but alright. I'll have to remember hitting that. Somebody remind me later to hit that switch so I can do the cutscene once I get CC in the mix. How do I get there? I need to go through this path, through there. Okay, I know where I'm going. I don't know who these other people are. By the time this video comes out, they didn't really say anything much on the other characters. So, I have no clue who they are. I'm looking forward to them. But then we get to the points where it's like, so this is obviously Persona 5. And not like, oh, well, yeah, it's technically Persona 5X. No, I mean, like, this is literally just a carbon copy of Persona 5. So, for what the sub-trailer introduced... Ow! That flippin' hurt. So what the sub-trailer introduced... Seems like blue doors? Sweet, now I have a shortcut. I'm gonna use a flashlight because I can't flip and see. There we go, that's much better. So what they talk about is... Oh, there's an item over there? Darn, I should've went the other way. I should go the other way. One of the adults in this, I guess the first adult you see is like obviously a rotten adult. So that's one of the things for Persona 5 is that you deal with all these corrupt adults. That's not to say all adults are bad, but clearly a lot of the adults in Persona 5, they got some issues. And sometimes they need to get slapped a bit just to like figure out their nonsense. Like it just is what it be. It really starts out with like, oh, okay, well, that trope that was infamous for Persona 5, we're going to make that a thing for X. And it's like, and somebody's probably going to make an argument, well, it's technically Persona 5X. Yeah, but just bear with me, okay? So, there's a rotten adult that's like, obviously, Sua, aka Closer's not happy with, and he looks all like evil and rich and powerful, and you're like, alright, cool, so this guy's bad. Cool, let's handle him. They show, I guess, like, his boss, that basically is like Kamoshida's. I'm not gonna go further on that in case it's spoilery, but if you know, you know. Let's burn you, and let's shine. So that's the thing with that. Okay, so we gotta find rotten adults. I mean, that's very Persona 5-ish, but sure, whatever, let's just move on. The same areas... And I'm like, okay, well, that's not that bad, because, yeah, it probably takes place in Tokyo as well. But then what's neat about it, and this is actually a positive thing I'm about to say, is for those who play Persona 5, you know that they introduced Best Doctor Takemi-san. Oh my god, I love this woman. And Best Gunman Imai, the guy who buy weapons from. And for what it looks like, it looks like you go to their shops to like buy weapons and medicines and all these things. It's like, oh, sick! That's what you like to see, baby! That kind of thing. Let's just break this. And let's also break this just in case you survive. You're gonna do not do anything, Kyrie. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Holy moly. Why does that move sometimes do a lot of damage and sometimes no damage? I gotta look into that reactive shot thing. That doesn't make any sense. Yoink. More warm soda? Cool. So it's cool that you get to like go to their areas and their stores. Like, alright, cool. Makes me wonder the time span wise of when this takes place, because I don't really know like time span wise, like does this take place during? Is this before? If this is after? It doesn't really express it, and at the time of this video I still don't know. So sorry, I really wish I could. Maybe somebody will tell me, but right now your guess is as good as mine. I have no clue time span wise. Oh, there goes my toothpick. Where this takes place. Oh, there goes my arbalest. Hopefully somebody will tell me. But I thought that was cool. But you go to the batting cages, you do the fishing thing, you go to the gym where it does the same animation when Joker's trying to like work out. And I'm like, doesn't this feel a little too much of a cut and copy? And you're like, oh well, it's different because it's Persona X. It's like, is it different though? I don't know if it's different. In fact, it feels like I'm still doing the exact same things, just with a different guy. Actually, if you dye his hair black, like change his face a little bit, he's pretty much Joker. But I digress, because I don't want to like harp on it. But ow, man, that really hurts. I mean, I have a good thing and bad thing to say about it. The bad thing I want to say, because I'm just gonna rip this band-aid off. I was gonna talk about a really good thing that I'm actually, you know what? No, I want to talk about the good thing first, because it's gonna make me feel. No, let's do the bad thing. Let's do the bad thing. So the bad thing is Persona 5X or Persona 5 The Phantom X. It's a phone game. It's a mobile phone game that's made for iOS, Android, and I think, don't quote me on this, I'm not terribly certain, I think they're going to make this on PC, maybe, kind of, sort of, hopefully, question mark? And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's going to be a phone game. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Especially when they throw in, oh my god, I forgot she's weak to ice. Well, at least eye for an eye.
We did it.
Yeah, but now Jordan's... Oh, you learned Gateway now? Kyrie, I need like... Never mind. I shouldn't say anything about Kyrie. She's trying her best. When you don't succeed, though. I gotta start using some items. Don't I have like the chocolate gummies thing? What does this thing do? Health? Yeah. Bam. There we go. Let's give some new weapons for you guys. Let's give you a super long sword. And let's give you, this one. Alright, we're back in action. I also only have one flashlight, so I don't want to use it in case I absolutely have to. So I'm going to save. In case I start falling, you might see me like reload a save, just letting you know. But yeah, it's a phone game. Persona 5X is a mobile phone game. And I don't... I get it. I don't like it. I get it. People buy phone games. It's quick to access. It's something to play. It makes a lot of money because it's one of those games where it's like, oh, it's free to play, and they'll have like because come on, it's a gacha game. It's gonna have transactions. I'm opening my bag of gummy bears. But it's clearly one of those things where it's gonna be a phone game. I don't know what's locked behind the phone game though. Like normally games like, think of it like Genshin Impact where they'll have like characters locked, or maybe the DX2 Liberation, the Shimigami phone game. I think they had demons locked, that kind of deal. I have no clue what they're gonna do for Phantom X. I'm expecting it to be personas, not characters, because that would really suck if you're playing through the game and it's like, hey, you want this third character to join your team? Well, you gotta pay like $38.95. I'm like, or you get like a lucky pull. But no, I'm not too kosher on that. Because I haven't played, I don't really do much on phone. Well, obviously I don't really do the whole phone games thing. But even now I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm not really trying to spend like money. I already spent money on this, I don't want to do it. Oh, you have this now, huh? Okay, cool, keep that in mind. Kyrie's getting a lot of skills. I'm sorry to just focus on the game. Kyrie's getting a lot of skills. I wonder if that's her thing. She's just going to have like one of everybody's like capability.
As expected.
I don't know.
Now you're gonna get it.
Also, I kind of wish that I didn't use Frostbite then, but whatever. You need to heal yourself, Jordan, because I'm tired of you dying. You can use Cleavage. Why not? I don't really use much of Kyrie's physical skills. But yeah, it's a phone game, and I don't know what the transactions are going to be locked behind. Seriously? We both missed? Come on, guys. Or girls. I have mixed feelings about it. The mixed feeling is I don't play phone games. Axis also agrees. He doesn't do phone games too. But I'm not gonna lie. And I hope that, well, judge me how you will. I still want the game. Oh, there's the boss, actually. Wait, I found the boss? Yeah, that's the boss of the area. Huh.
Let's go.
I didn't expect to fight the boss here. I don't want to do it with this team. That was way quicker than I was expecting. Then again, considering the school and its ridiculousness. Oh, well, might as well try this new move. Why not? Alright, show me this kz before I go further.
You're dead.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a kz. That's a kz for sure. But, I want the game. Because it's Persona, yes. But I don't know if I could... I'm like confused. Because I want it, but I don't want to pay... I would be more than happy if it was a console game. Even if it was a reskin of Persona 5. Yeah, that's already kind of whatever, you're milking it. But I'll be honest, if this was a console game, I would straight up buy it. Because then I don't want to have to... I only thing I'd probably have to worry about is maybe some costume DLC, because I'm always about that, because I'm a fool like that. Sure. I know, I already licked the poison, I might as well just go ham. But what gets me is, like... Axis says he needs to beat 5 Royale before I play it, though. Yeah, before you play Persona X. Luckily, you got time. You're not doing anything. Use this, and... use this. Why not? It just... I want to get it, but I don't feel like I should because I don't want to... And it's not like I don't want to support it. I like the game, but... Oh, well, I like Persona, but I don't want to get a game that's like... It just feels like it's a blatant milk, if that makes sense. And it's just like, I don't want to like... I don't know if I can like do that. It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Before I go here, I don't want to do the boss of this team. I want to do the boss of the other party, so I'm going to go further in the dungeon here. I know theoretically I could, but if I fight the boss, then I'm going to move on to the next part, and there's really no point. So let's just not go there. Let's go this way instead. Access is BRB? Oh no, take your time, man. I'm just going to go further on my tirade here. But that also brings up another thing. So, Axis said he was going to play 5 Royale before that. Here's where the other part comes in. By the time this video is out, or comes out, there's not a Western release. It is only going to be for Asian markets. And that makes me think, is that a bad thing? And I'm trying to think to myself, how can that be bad? It's a great chance for like other nations to be able to get access to Persona. And more Persona, the better. I want more people to play this game. If I had the capability, I would like get a copy for everybody. Trust me, if I were rich, I'd buy everyone watching. I would totally do... If I was rich, I would totally like... Or at least have the money for it. I would totally have like giveaways where like, hey, for the first like... oh my god, why does it do so much damage? I hate that so much. I hate that so much, dude. Which one of you did it? You? It's time to die. Also, I need you to second aid. Because why does that do so much damage? Don't hit Jordan.
Ow. Stand still.
Thank you. Phew. I was like, don't die yet, Jordan. Not again. Alright, later, chomp. It's not announced for an American release yet, so... I mean, not that that's too bad a thing, because I'm... Maybe, I don't know if it's arrogant or confident that it's going to come out over here, and I'm like, alright, cool. Then it's going to be a matter of, like, do I want to get this game? And what reasons would I have for getting the game? Other than it being Persona. like, maybe I can put aside my bias of it being a phone game and just get it because it might look fun. I mean, new characters, new personas, why not? It looks like they're going for like a whole Scandinavian thing too. And I mean, I don't know much about that lore, so it's a good way to do it. Like, what actually helped me get through quite a lot of history things was I was so into Persona, I get to learn about like the Jungian's theory and philosophy and all these different deities and everything, and I always like was fascinated by it. So it's different with, you know, a game like this because it's like, oh, well, I get to like see how this works. I'm pretty sure it's Scandinavian. Well, it might have a lot of Scandinavian parts in it. I'm not 100% certain. Ow. There we go. Cool.
As expected.
I got nervous for a second.
Bad, you lose.
Alright, please be like, I don't know, a good item or something. That's not what I want, but whatever. Alright, where am I going? I need to go that staircase, because there's more to explore. I explored this area. I just want to really make sure I got this whole like dungeon layout done, because I know where the boss is, which means theoretically I could beat it. I just want to make sure I get everything there is to get.
This does not bode well.
Oh, come on. I win to... Why is it getting priority? Ow. And speaking of different lores and everything, the hot Velvet Room attendant that I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this whole tirade, so I found out her name is Merope, or Merope. I think it's pronounced Merope. I love her design. It's so good. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the same like artiste, but my goodness, they are amazingly good at it. Seriously, props to the designer. I think it is the same designer who did the other Persona 5 games. I really hope so. I need some energy for Kairi. Holy moly! I didn't realize I was that low. I wasn't paying attention.
Now I'll try.
I need to fix that quick.
No.
Ow!
Never gonna get it. Got him.
Also, I still don't understand that fixation on Jordan. Silver Surfers. I feel like I have this already. Well, I'm just gonna get rid of the people chunk first. Because I don't need that nonsense. Can anyone rock the Silver Surfers? I want to upgrade your defense by 6 and your luck by 12? Really? Okay, that seems tempting. What about you? You can't wear it. What about you? You know what? Yeah. Well, because I don't really know what she's like meant to. Then again, Pearl misses a lot, so nah, I'll hold on to Silver Surfers for somebody else. But Merope, the new Velvet Room attendant, is different. So
More monsters.
I don't remember where I heard this from. This was a while ago. I don't know what video I was. Somebody would probably know and be like, "Oh, you got it from this." And I was like, "Oh, I bet, cool." Because I don't know where I got this from. But for those that didn't know, like the Persona protagonist, or not protagonist, the Velvet Room attendant. So Elizabeth, so Margaret, so Theodore, so Caroline and Justine. You're probably wondering, like, excuse me, what's the connection between like all of them, other than, you know, just being Velvet Room people. So here's a little like tidbit for you. All the characters, all the attendants, they are all members. Welcome back, Access. All the people that are members of the Velvet Room, the attendants, so Elizabeth, so Margaret, so Caroline, Justine, Theodore, Igor, for example, they're all references to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And if you're probably like, that's not true, bet money. Go ahead. Go Google Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Guarantee you find all those names and all their roles in it. Like, obviously, besides the obvious Igor, you'll find Caroline, who I'm trying to remember what her thing was. I think she's Frankenstein's monster, or Frankenstein's mother or sister. I haven't read it in a long time. I have no freaking clue. I know she's some familiar thing to him. Somebody will probably know, but yeah. So in case you didn't know that, yeah, they have references to it, and it's like, oh, cool, that's a whole new step, and it makes sense because they're like, oh, they're also helping create, or they have a connection to Igor. They also help a creation to this new thing of life, because they're technically making new life when you do like persona fusions and things like that. I don't know. Something like that I thought was like really smart. Little Easter egg for you guys in case you didn't know.
Now I'll try.
And I know somebody in the comment section is like, nerd, you don't. That's not true. Like, I know these things, man. I try to know what I know. I don't know everything. I just know what I know in case people get that reference. Shout out to you, Hanakawa lovers. Actually, I could probably just. Yeah, I could just like normally fight you. Yeah.
They're done for.
Totally done for.
They've lost.
Let's see here. Let's go into here. Axis says, I try to know what I know. Vitamin DGR 2033. You know what? Quote that sucker. Put that bad boy on Discord. I want that to be a quote so I can pin it after my video's done. Is there anything left here? I guess I should go... Well, this is back at the... Oh, no, this is the exit. I need cafeteria access. Yeah, there's nothing really for me here. I mean, I could go upstairs, but I don't know if that would lead me anywhere. How do I get upstairs? I would have to go back through there to go around there. Yeah, okay, let's try it. I just want to make sure, I explored this this dungeon. Because I don't want to have to... Oh, man, I'm so bad. I also need to leave anyway. Because I'm running out of, like, flashlights and stuff. Might as well buy some more.
Come on, away.
I know where I'm at. Thank you, boy. Appreciate you, my man. Let me just get more of these. Actually, I should also save too, so I don't have to go through most of that nightmare again. I kind of know where I'm going. Because this hospital is a lot more manageable than the freaking school, that's for sure. But Merope is different from, like, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, because I got super into it. Like, I try to, like, get as much knowledge about, like, Persona as I can. Especially when they're, like, references and Easter eggs I just don't know. I'm like, oh, alright, cool. Well, then, what is Merope? Like, why does Merope sound familiar to me? And what's funny, too, is some part of me knew... Like, I didn't know Merope, but it felt familiar to me. And I didn't know why Merope stood out to me. Like, what was so different? And not just because she's pretty. I mean, that's definitely a good excuse, yes. But it's more than just because she's pretty. And I found out it's because Merope is connected to the Pleiades. Or the Pleiades. I don't know how you properly say it. But she's like one of the Pleiades. So, I don't even know probably what the Pleiades... Or the 7 Pleiades. I know there's 7 of them. And I try to think of it every time I remember the anime Overlord. Because I'm always trying to remember, like, what the heck the Pleiades is. And yeah, for those who don't know, I'm getting this from the knowledge of the Overlord anime, as well as Wikipedia. So, you know, if you think I'm wrong on this, hey, those are 2 different sources. Fight me on this. Also, I think I'm also getting it slightly from the Valak's Love anime, if I'm remembering that. No, that's Valkyries. That's different. Never mind. It was mostly probably just Overlord and Wikipedia. But the Pleiades, in case people don't know, it's from Greek mythos. So think of, like, Zeus, think of Hermes, think of Hades, Artemis, things like that. So the Pleiades are like these nymphs. They're like 7 sisters, which makes me think, oh, there's going to be like 6 more we're going to deal with in other Persona games. Nice. I think I remember hearing... I don't have my phone on. I had it briefly because I was like trying to remember how to spell Pleiades because I was like trying to make sure. But I kid you not, my phone's off. Man, I didn't even level up. Lame. But the Pleiades are these like nymphs. They're like goddesses, I believe. They're 7 sisters. Again, that makes me think that there's going to be at least 6 more iterations of them. I hope I'm right on this. I think she's the youngest, if not the 2nd youngest of all them. Of the Pleiades. How do you say the name of the Pleiades? I'm just gonna say Pleiades and just hope for the best, because I really don't know, like, how to properly, like, say the name. So I apologize if I'm, like, boofing it up. So the Pleiades, like, have all this, like, Axel says you're saying it right, I think? I hope so. I really do, because I really don't want to be, like, botching it. Because if I do, then I'm gonna feel bad. And I really don't want to. Axel says maybe say it as Plate-Ites. Maybe. I wouldn't know. I just truly don't know. But yeah, they're reference to the Pleiades, and I'm thinking about like Merope's like role in this, and what like her connection is. I'm actually gonna have to look up the others of the Pleiades, because I'm curious about like all the other sisters. Like what else is there? Like I really want to know, and I'm certain someone in the comment section will. And by all means, if you know, but by all means, tell me. I would love to learn. I love learning about this kind of thing. It fascinates me. I always had like a passion for like mythos and such. That'll never not be like interesting to me. Okay, this is the way. Yeah, this is the way. So she's the new Velvet Room attendant, Merope, and she's like, she definitely radiates like gentle, soothy, big sister energy, and I'm all about that. But if there's one thing that gets me, this is just me being a fan as I am. I'm like so curious, and in case you're not a Persona fan, you're gonna be like, I don't get why this is so relevant. So when you look at the Velvet Room people, wait, doesn't this just take me back down? When you look at the Velvet Room people, so like Elizabeth, Margaret, Theodore, Caroline, Justine, they all have like a number of features that you can easily tell, like, oh yeah, they're clearly like related. So they have like the silvery white hair, or I think it's whitish, but it's usually like silver hair, and they have bright yellow eyes. It kind of got a little different with Jose, if people know that. I'm not gonna go further on that, but that's why I say definitely play Persona 5. Specifically Royale, that way it may make sense to you, sort of, not really. What do you eat to? Are you eat to anything I got? Oh, okay, you got your wheat to that at least. Maybe I can insta-kill. But yeah, that's what the Velvet Room people usually are all about. Like, they have like the silver hair and the yellow eyes. You're like, oh, okay, cool. When you see that, you're like, all right, clearly that's from the Velvet Room. Really, only one hit? Lame. In this case, Merope does have the silvery hair. You can look at her design right now. Just Google Merope Persona X, and you'll see that beautiful woman, and you're like, oh, yeah. I totally get it. Because all the Velvet Room people are beautiful, let's be honest. Theodore's hot as hell. Margaret's hot as hell. Elizabeth's hot as hell. I digress. All the Velvet Room people are designed to be, like, attractive, I think, in some way, shape, or form. And I say that before someone tries to quote me because of Caroline and Justine. Nice try. I'm not falling for that. Nice try. I'm not writing myself into that trap. I should use that because that monster chef is it. And I know Axis is laughing like this. Yeah, sorry I got chat laughing at me. You're welcome for that accidental joke here. But I digress. Let's move on before we get too distracted here. Wow, chat is really going on this. Chat is really like clinging to my words about the whole they're attractive thing. The older Velvet Room people. Yes, even Igor. It's all about the nose. Okay, now I'm really joking. Which way do I go from here? Have I explored this whole place? I have. Wow, I really have explored it. And I need cafeteria access. I don't think there's really anything left for me to do except that boss area, huh? Then what I should do is actually go and do all the cutscenes then. Okay, then yeah, let's do that. Let's do all the cutscenes. I think I'm meant to fight the boss because I don't know what other area I can go for the cafeteria access. Okay, so I need Pearl, Kyrie, Emily, Pearl, Cece, Jordan, Summer, Emily. So Pearl has to stay for sure. Let's do Cece and... Oh, wait. But I need Kyrie and Emily. Okay, well, let's do one at a time. So let's do... Wait, no, there's two people in the second floor I haven't discovered. Wait, have I gone to the second floor? There's two things in the second floor I haven't discovered yet? Hold the phone. Because this is where I want to go. I want to go to cafeteria access, but I need to find cafeteria access first. But Merope, what's different from her, the other Velvet Room attendant people, is she does have the silvery hair, but she doesn't have bright yellow eyes. She just has, like, normal... Alright, Axis, don't be funny. He literally typed in holding phone now. Well, actually, that was a good one. But the Merope doesn't have, like, yellow eyes. So it's like, what's up with that? Like, is she connected to Elizabeth and Margaret? Is she a sister or is she different? So it leads me to, like, this whole question about, like, what's, like, her role on this? Obviously, she's, next to the design of the personas, the second best thing I have to say about it, about this trailer. But to end this tirade, because I know somebody's like, oh my god, enough of Persona X. I'll finish off by saying, because some people are probably like, well, you said it's Persona 5X. What's the time span wise? I don't know the timeline wise. Some of you are probably thinking, well, they're Phantom Thieves, right? These newer group, like Closer and Wonder. What about the other Phantom Thieves? Well, I don't know if this answers your question, but this is something important. So at the end of the trailer, Luffy is talking about like, oh man, I'm glad I can't believe my luck of fighting not one, but two people blessed with the power of Persona. What are the odds of that? Like, I can't believe my luck. And it cuts to like this scene of like this dark room, and Joker busts out from like a window or something. He does his like cool twirl that he does in the very opening cutscene of the first game. So obviously it's not, it's literally the very first like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes of the game, if that. Use this, please. And all Joker does is he lands on his feet. He like looks at you, like I guess Wonder or your character, and he just goes, That's it. And it's his Japanese voice actor Jun Fukushima, excuse me. Who, in case people really want like a shocker, the same voice actor for Joker is the same guy who voices Kazuma from the Konosuba dub. In case you guys watch the Konosuba anime, which I was also going to talk about, but we'll leave that for a future date. He's his voice actor. He also voices, what's his name? Reiji from Pharmacy World, Another World Pharmacy, or something like that. Another World, a Pharmacy or something. I can't remember the name of it. Oh yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember his name. Or that name of that anime. I'll have to find it later. He's also voices Reiner Lute from Legend of Legendary Heroes, which was like my first introduction to being like, yo, this guy's got like a crazy, like, he could switch from like normal like spasm cool voice, spasm like nerdy voice to like deep and powerful and brooding quiet voice. Like a very powerful voice, if that makes sense. Like he can turn it on and off, and I really wish I had that kind of capability. I am so jealous of this man's skill. Like, he's amazing. One of my favorite voice actors. Plus, he's freaking funny as heck. Let's see. I want to go up this staircase, because I kid you not, I feel like there's more I'm forgetting here. I know I'm going in a loop. I apologize. I just have to make sure. That's why I still have the map up. Unfortunately, I don't have any monster chum.
Here goes.
Believe me, if I didn't have to fight these fools, I wouldn't. Time to burn. Yeah, this move. But that's just his thing. And it doesn't say anything else. Like, Joker's just there. He's just like, yo, what's up? And it's like, okay, are you gonna say anything? Nope, that is the end of the trailer. Obviously, I'm glossing over, like, other bits. Like, they show some battle and some Persona. They don't show any Persona fusions or anything, so I don't know how it's gonna work or anything. Sorry to disappoint, I guess. Maybe in the future we will. Again, by the time this video's coming out, I don't know. Hopefully that, changes soon. Wait, how do I go? Because that leads me there. Oh, man. How would I go there? Darn it. I am going in circles. But yeah, that's the end of my Persona X tirade. Like, there are other things I could talk about. I don't want to, like, just be fiber optic scarf. Wait, what the heck? The plastic tubes in the scarf light up and change colors from blue to purple to red to green to blue. Soul Calmer. So it's gonna suck for whoever wants magic resistance, but is he good for someone that... Actually, you know what? What do I want to get rid of? Get rid of the spear. I probably shouldn't have done that. I think CC needed a new spear. Can anybody use this fire up the scarf? It'll be good for your luck and defense, which is good. You... Nah, not really. Pearl, this has kind of been a you thing, so I'm gonna give it to you. I think you deserve it. Nothing good for you. I boost every other stat but lose some magic, huh? Yeah, okay. I'm cool with that. It's worth actually double backing. But yeah, that's just my tirade on Persona X. I guess my overall feeling of it is, I'm not angry per se. I think it's just more of confused because I mean, I'm trying to assume it's for a different audience, right? It's clearly not for. It may not be for people. This is my assumption. I don't know if it's meant for people that have played Persona 5. I don't know if it's meant for.
We can do it.
I mean, if it is, then yeah, cool. But I think the initial thing is for two people. People that they can like get money from, because gacha games sell, I guess. They really shouldn't, but they should. I mean, but they do, so it just is what it is. Believe me, I'm not too keen on it either.
You're dead.
Or people that like never had really experience with Persona. Like, I don't know a reason for me personally to be like, yo, I have to like register for this game. It's my first experience with like a gacha game. Instead of hearing the stories, I'm gonna play it for myself. I'm gonna have a great time. Like, that's... I don't know how to feel about this. I feel a mix of things, and I don't know if it's good or bad. So I'm more curious about you guys' reaction to it. Clearly, yeah, I went through like a lot of different like modes there. And I guess I am both upset and happy because, yeah, new Persona, but why is this the new Persona? And I'm not trying to bash it because I'm probably still going to get it anyway because, you know, I like it. But if it ends up sucking, then it's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt a lot. And I usually stick with Persona, like, I haven't been wrong. But here's where here's my mind space, right? So I'm trying to get into the understanding of, like, I shouldn't look at it like this because... I talked about this with a friend of mine off camera, and I brought up that they were like, oh, well, isn't this similar to how I was acting when Persona 5 Strikers came out? For those that don't know, Persona 5 Strikers came out, what, 2 years ago by the ending of this video? This is 2023, so like back in 2021, 2022, I think. I feel about right, yeah. I'm running out of weapons for Pearl. I gotta like slow down. Gotta stop using stuff for you. Ugh. Start using some of Pearl's magic. Let's get a longsword here. Nope, I didn't. Lame sauce. Oh well. But I don't know. I don't. Tell me what you guys think about Persona X. And if my tirade wasn't enough for you, watch it. Watch it, and then tell me your honest opinion on how you feel with it. I wouldn't mind bringing it up in a different video or just, you know, just having that conversation. You can either leave me a comment in the section below underneath the video, or Twitch. If you guys want to leave me a message, you can hop on my Discord. We can send messages there. We can just talk about it there too. Because I mean, other than funny memes and pictures, that's the purpose of making my Discord, is just having a community to just talk with people. So I don't know. Obviously, I'll leave it up to you guys. But thank you, honestly, for bearing with me and my vast tirade. Obviously, I went through quite a bit of a deal there, but honestly, it helped because it helped pass time, because I still can't figure out this map. Also, I'm paralyzed. Darn it. Pearl! Axis says unsubscribed. You know what? Fair. Fair. I did go on a very long tirade there, so I wouldn't put it past you. Let me cure... Actually, you know what? Let me use some popcorn to heal myself. Actually, no. Kairi needs the popcorn more than you. You know, it's fair. I get it. I would unsubscribe to me too. But, on the opposite spectrum, if any of the stuff I said appealed to you, or maybe you can relate to me because you're in the same boat, or you want to have a like-minded individual talk about it, then please, by all means, stick with me more. I'm not doing this just to be like, oh, yeah, subscribe, so that way I can talk more. No, I'm dead serious. If you want to just, like, chat it up, I don't mind. As long as I have the free time, I don't mind talking to anybody about Persona. But, of course, like, I mean, I do want to build on this platform, so, yeah, you should do the whole follow me on Twitch, you subscribe to my YouTube. I do care. I mean, obviously I do care. I should at least say it. But I don't know. I'm just curious about what you guys think about it. For example, Axis says, my thing about Persona X is that he hopes that he actually plays it. I totally get you. Because I mean, it's free to play, so I'm probably still going to buy it. I still got to at least check it out. Like, I feel it's my civil duty as a Persona fan to do it. But whether I go further on it really depends on what they do, the gacha system and all this. Because I am not really in the band camp of having to, like, spend money on this bad boy. Axis says that he thinks gacha games suck, in his opinion, and he never gets to finish or get into them like other people. I don't blame you. I'm not really in the band camp of hating them, but there hasn't been a gacha game that was like, yo, I can play this. I totally want to play this. But no, like honestly, Axis says the fact that gacha has been a big fan base baffling to me. Well, I mean, it's really easy to get into. Most people play it on their way to work. Most people don't have like handheld devices or anything. Just want something to play around with the time being. And then all it takes is like, I don't know, a couple of sessions of doing it. And then they're like, yo, I could like get into this. And then they like really get into it. And they're like, oh, well, whatever. So Axis says, although I've been playing Street Fighter Duel. All right, well, Street Fighter Duel. Well, there you go. You're pretty super on your own point. All it takes is either a popular thing that you like, a popular IP, or just something that you can do to like bide your time, and you're like, before you realize it, you're hooked. And that's why they get you. Sorry, I just had to say that joke. Right, I should not use Pearl's stuff. Are you weak to any elements and stuff? Axis says, my point is, once I get Jury in Street Fighter Duel, there's no incentive to keep playing. That's fine by me. Just play as long as your heart's content. Again, my whole thing with, well, any game in general is, as long as you don't regret. Because regretting sucks. Nobody wants to live a life full of regret. It ain't fun.
Now you're gonna get it.
But thank you for buying with my tirade. It really does mean a lot that you guys listen to me. Or you probably muted me and had captions on and just waited for this to be over. That works too. But I like keeping it real here. I like telling you guys how I genuinely feel about these things. For example, in a couple days, I'll be telling you another personal thing I want to feel, because I do want people to learn about me more and get more interested in me. Noodly flail, huh? Okay, that'll be for summer. I was actually going to save this for a different tirade, but I still have a little time in the video. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna go too further into it. I do want to kind of save it for like... So next episode, I know what I want to talk about. I'm gonna leave a note of what I want to talk about, but I want to talk about martial arts movies, because I'm all about them. Like, not just the simple ones here in America, but like real good ones. Ones that people may not have like seen, or they're like ridiculous, like The Raid, or Mountain Tao, or Shaolin School, or Axis says Ninja Assassin. Yeah, Ninja Assassin as well. Actually, Ninja Assassin was really good. I want to talk about a lot of martial arts movies, but I am not going to talk about it this episode. I want that to be saved for next episode. So there are two things. I usually try to go for a couple things I want you guys to do. So the first thing is, yeah, leave me what you think about Persona X. I was also going to say about the whole tire with BB earlier. If you want to do that too, but sure. But another third thing, just to prepare, if you want to, or you can save it for next video. Twitch, we can talk about it together. YouTube, you can leave me comments. I will read them, and I will discuss them if need be, if I can. But leave me what you think about martial arts movies. Again, I will be going further into this topic next episode. I'm not going to talk about it now, because I want that to be saved for next episode. Unless something happens. Ow, I forgot I'm weak to ice. Why wasn't enough to kill?
This should work.
Oh, it did work. Way to go, Carrie. But alright, that's enough of my tirades. Let's get back to this. Why have I not killed you? Go away. You... Okay, YouTube, level with me here. Chat, I won't out that person, but somebody in chat said Dragon Ball Evolution is the greatest martial arts movie ever made. And I don't know whether to say you're wrong or you're so wrong. I'm very curious, chat, on why you would say such a thing, because that's just not right. Like, Dragon Ball Evolution... You know what? No, I'm gonna say it. I don't care if this is insulting to somebody. I think Dragon Ball Evolution is one of the worst movies, one of the worst live actions there ever was. I'm not gonna hide my opinion for someone's benefit. If you like the movie, good for you. You can like the movie. Enjoy the movie. Maybe it's your thing. Maybe it's your comfort movie. I have no flipping clue. Dragon Ball Evolution sucks. It sucks so much. Oh, there's a hole! Oh, well, that's probably what I get. Ow! Where am I? Oh, I'm back down here. Axis says you'd rather watch Legend of Chun-Li. Yeah! Dragon Ball Evolution was terrible! There are a lot of things I'd rather watch more than Dragon Ball Evolution. Like... I don't even want to talk about Dragon Ball Evolution. Well, maybe I'll say that for like a bad movie like thing. I don't want to talk about... I don't want to talk about it during this episode. I'm actually in a good mood. I probably shouldn't have broke that up. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. I fell down here, huh? Which means now I gotta go back up there. Darn it. You know what? I'm thinking about this in retrospect here. Level with me, because I'm not gonna be foolish and run around in circles. Here's what I'm thinking is actually happening here with this episode. I think I'm actually in a circle. I don't think I'm meant to go anywhere except for that boss. Because there's like access to like cafeteria and keys I need that I can't find. But I magically seem to be ending up this area, and I think I'm meant to fight that boss. Which makes me think that maybe if I fight that boss, it'll leave me access to something. Which makes me wonder, should I do it now? You know what? I'm going to humor this. I'm going to rock with this team. And then we'll just see. Let me get there first, of course. I guess I'll fight the boss now. I was going to save that for like next episode, but why not? But no, I'm not discussing... No, chat. I'm not discussing Dragon Ball Evolution. Sorry, it ain't happening. You ain't getting that out of me. Maybe in a future episode. Maybe if I can convince my friends to, like, join me for, like a podcast episode. Well, not really a podcast episode, but I do want to get my friends together to just, like, chat.
Here goes.
I think it'd be cool to just have, like, just a universal chat thing. I've been thinking about, like, having this. I've said this... This is for the OG V fans, the Vitamin fans. I've talked about this before in older videos, in older series. Excuse me. But one of the things I do want to do, obviously I did say a lot of plans I want to do, like I want to play other games, I want to do some PS2 games, I want to do, I want to get back into Minecraft because my friend is now back into Minecraft, even though I never really played Minecraft. I think it's a good excuse to do it. I want to play Mario Party. I'm trying to figure out this whole Discord thing because I don't know how to get conversations going because clearly I suck. Like, there's a lot of things I want to do. One of the very first things, it wasn't the first thing, but one of the very first things I wanted to do was like a podcast thing. Oh, sweet insta-kill. I wanted to talk about like Kyrie's silence and can't use magic skills. Oh, well, you're dead and you can't do any skills.
We did it.
How'd that feel, chump? But now I should cure your ailment, huh? Yeah. There we go. Let me also give you... Wait, where's the flat silver I just got? I should probably save it for when I get there, because I'm probably going to have to use the items. What's the quickest way to these items? If I fight this guy... Nah. Not that big a deal. Boom. I guess I'll fight this boss. Oh, wait, hold on. There's an item over here. Parallelogram Falchion?
Has an odd shape and does not do extra damage against dragons.
Wait, is that a reference to Fire Emblem? Am I thinking this right? I think that might be a reference to Fire Emblem. I think that is a reference to Fire Emblem. Holy moly. Well, somebody will tell me on that whether I'm right or not. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. If I'm right,
Bronze Spartan. Finally, a shield made of metal. Small, light, and effective.
that's true. We haven't really gotten much on actual shields lately. Alright, let me just save here real quick. Because I don't know. Oh, let me throw a gummy my way. Let me throw a flat soda at Kyrie. A flat soda at Jordan. Alright, I was planning on saving this for the next episode, but let's just do it now. Let's see what this boss is all about. I'm feeling pretty good.
Idiots.
Ew, oh god. It's a giant praying mantis. with a lab coat and that metal thingy that doctors have that I still don't know what those are. It's called Snackster Boxman. Alright, well, whatever. Let's see. What do I want to gamble on? Let's try a sword move. It's a bug, so let's try electric. Axis says the TMT reference. Oh! Snackter Boxman? Oh, like Baxter Stockman? Is a TMNT reference? Oh! Wow, that's wild. Yeah, Axis pointed out, Snackter Boxman here is a reference to Baxter Stockman from TMNT, the mad scientist that made the Mausers, those annoying little things. Shout out to those who've watched my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles playthrough with JP Crew. Let's try light. I don't know, let's gamble with this. Alright, not lightning. Light's okay. Axis says, yeah, Baxter Stockman, the one who turned to a fly in the 19s cartoon. Yes, that's true. He did do that. In the OG 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, he did do that. Oh, that was gross. I'm surprised that you remember that. I completely forgot about that nonsense. Let's try darkness.
I'll get ya.
Oh, it's weak to fire. Guess it makes sense. I just think we like Pokemon.
Now you're gonna get it.
Oh, what'd you miss? Why'd you miss? Stop missing. Eviscerate. Do the flamey thing again. Hard slash.
I'll get ya.
I gotta figure out some team skills. Oh, that's right. I just remembered.
Gonna get it.
A friend of mine, same friend that got me into this game, she gave me a paper. Actually, wait. I have that paper here somewhere. Hold on. It's one of these. I think it's this one. Yeah, because there was like she watched my last episodes, and if people ever watch my series continuously, they were like remembering that I was like, yeah, I need to like figure out some like team skills. I haven't figured out any team skills. She was like, oh well, it's not all the team skills, but there's a site that like has them. Because I don't know if you're gonna just like get lucky and figure them out again. I was like, you know what? I don't usually use a guide, but for this case, I do need to learn some. So bear with me. I'm just gonna type this site in and find out what the heck these team skills are, because I want to see if I can like try some of them. If I have access to it, like they're different like combos and stuff. Yeah, here we go. I don't want to read too much and spoil myself, but I do kind of want to see like some of these these skills. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's electric though, huh? Well, whatever. I want to try it. Let's see. So what I need to do is and hopefully this site is legit. I need to do. Oh wait, that won't work. Can I? Yes, it can. She's faster. No, Jordan's not faster. I mean, Kyrie's not faster. Darn it. I want to set up a team skill for it. Okay, then let's try. There's a number. There's quite a lot of skills here. You know what? Let's try this. Let's try this. And this. This is apparently a team skill. Let's try this. Yep. Third aid. Oh, that's a full health?
Stay strong.
Oh man, I didn't know it was a full health one. Ow. Alright, I gotta remember that one. Wow, that was a cool one. Okay, cool beans. I gotta remember that full third aid thing. That heals completely. Wow, I didn't know that at all. Is there another one that I can do? I don't have that skill. I don't know what that is. There's one, but I need CC for it. There's one that I need CC. There's a lot of ones that I need, like, a spear, and I know that would be perfect for CC. There's also a lot of skills that I know some would be perfect for. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything with the setup. Alright, well, I'll just go into it then. If I can slow you down, though, that'd be nice. Can I slow you? With Shadowbind? I think Shadowbind slows, right? Oh, okay, sweet. Ow! Ah! Uh-oh. Now's the time to use that second aid. Who would need it more, though? No, we definitely need it. Let's do... Actually, no. Let's not do Pearl. Pearl can do cleavage. You can do second aid. You can do first aid. And that triggers third aid.
Don't quit now.
Or not.
Eat yours. Take this.
Maybe I did it the wrong order. Maybe I did it wrong order. Maybe I was supposed to do first aid, then third aid. Let's use... this. First aid, second aid. Let's try that.
Fine.
No, that doesn't work. Darn. How did I do it?
Eat yours.
I thought it was first aid, then second aid.
Oh,
Ow.
get away.
I made a good call healing Pearl, though. Whatever. Forget it. It's not a big a deal. Poison cleanse. Yes. Alright, you weak to fire. Still never quite really figured out your thing. Oh, well, you're also weak to fire. Do it. Ow. Oh, man, that damage. Alright, now you're no longer poisoned. But now I really need to figure out this friggin' first aid, second aid thing. Actually, we should probably just heal each other. You can fight with fire. This thing's got a lot of health.
I'll get ya.
Burn. I probably should use the fire on the column of lava.
Stay strong.
Oh! Well, that killed her. But luckily, I have Zombirth. Oh, you also had Zombirth too? I didn't know that.
Now I'll try.
Don't kill him. I need to bring Jordan back. Ow! Alright, you.
Sleep, that's all.
Why do you have so much health? Okay, now's the time to figure out that first aid, third aid thing, but I kept thinking I was doing it right. Well, just in case, second aid. I'm just gonna use a bunch of second aids. First aids, hopefully one of them triggers.
Don't quit now.
Nope. Never mind me.
Stand still. Ow!
Ow!
Let me help.
I think I made a good call having this team, though, because this team is good at healing. Alright, now I need to start doing some damage. Eviscerate. Time to burn. Gotta burn more. Gotta burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Go! Just don't attack Jordan.
Ow!
Ow!
This should work. Now you're gonna
Dude, I'm doing straight like 1,000 to 2,000. Die already! Yo, this dude's health is crazy high! And what's worse is that doesn't tell me either. Ugh, damn. I'm actually running out of magic. I have to use an item. This.
How's this? Use it.
Uh-oh. Ow. Ow.
Stay strong.
Who would need it more? No. Let's not. I should start using this. I forgot I have, like, compassion. I always forget this in games, like in RPGs like this. I have, like, stat boosting things. I don't know why I don't, like, remember to do that. I wish I could poison this fool, but I can't. Jordan has to use an item. You need to burn this fool. I was thinking about using Gateway. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Freaking Snackster Boxman!
Ow!
Ow!
Now you're gonna get it.
Ah, Pearl, this is not the time. Wait, who's strong with magic? I think Kairi's strong with magic, right? She's faster, yeah, but I think Kairi's strong with magic.
How's this? Let me help.
Dude, just die already. How much health do you have? Ow. This dude would not die. He's quite pissed me off. Alright, let's try your column of lava. You... First aid... Jordan.
You're dead. Stand still.
How much more damage do you need? Ow.
Take this.
He's still standing. Oh my god. And what's worse is that this game doesn't tell me, like, it doesn't give me an indication of, like, okay, it's like, it's low on health, it's about to die, it's about to be KO'd. You're like, oh, alright, cool, I just gotta fight through a little bit more. Nope. Oh, I gotta keep doing it. I should, just in case, heal Pearl.
I'll get ya. Eat yours.
I should just build all my EE.
No.
Ow.
Ow.
Ow! Oh, great, I'm poisoned.
Now you're getting.
Oh, you're poisoned too. Fun. Oh, but I got him. Oh, thank God.
Too bad. You lose.
Jesus, we all leveled up after that one. Holy moly, that was nuts. I got 2 new skills for that nonsense, and Kairi didn't get anything. Again. Whatever. Pearl got Nostalgic Breeze, and... Oh, wait, I think I've recognized that skill before. Jordan has a completely new skill called Crackling Fire. But thank God, that freaking Snackster Boxman. now that I know the reference, I can't, like, get over it. Hang on, let me see what this, where is this thing? I've read this before, I'm pretty sure, but...
A strong breeze pierces the air, surrounds an opponent, and whips them mercilessly while carrying a scent they recognize, but can't quite place.
And then Jordan got a lot this episode. She got 2 new skills. Go, Jordan. It's like, well, I mean, duh, of course. Let's see, what'd you get here? Crackling Fire.
1 to 3 hits. Start a neat campfire with a bunch of twigs, then kick it with all your might. Might hit some enemies, might miss others.
Thanks. I'm saving the game because there's no flippin' way in heck I am fighting that fool again. Somebody's probably like, yo, but Baxter Stockman, excuse me, Snackster Boxman. I can't get over it, man. Alright, here we go. Huh? This door's jammed.
Move aside for your queen.
Right, I'm remembering... Man, I haven't had Emily in a long time. I miss Emily. I should have an Emily-heavy episode next time, except for the fact that I don't think there's much for Emily to do.
Dichroma, the incantation.
Wade, mata, lock, release. I know what that means. Emily thrusts her bear against the wall adjacent to the jammed door, and it somehow becomes unjammed. How did you...
Do you doubt the power bestowed upon me now?
Oh, there's an ID card reader next to the door. We totally missed it before.
Oh, got it.
I see. Emily has an ID card stuffed inside her bear, and she just placed it against the reader.
Silence! The Dichroma has within him the ability to manifest any object and reconstructure its DNA to my bidding.
I do not believe that non-living objects have DNA. It's okay, Emmy. I think you were super clever to put the card inside your teddy. It was kinda like magic. Your praise, all expected, is not required.
Let's go in.
Let's begin!
Everyone nods and enters what was once the X-ray room. This looks alarmingly similar to other rooms in the hospital. Come on, Reg, suspend that belief, or that disbelief.
It is in this room that one of my scout minions placed an object of significance. Perhaps the time has come to reclaim it.
Okay. What? Where is it? Shouldn't you ask what it is first? That's literally what... that was literally what my question was. What was it exactly? Okay, what is it?
Significant.
Yeah, no.
For you see, its significance is not in regards to the object itself, but the minion by which it was left.
Is that English?
I believe it is understandable enough. Whoever left the item in question is more important than the item itself.
Correct. The minion was the one who helped to spawn Reggie.
Oh, my dad. Got it. That took me a second. That took me a really good second, actually. So he really was here. What do you leave? Another obtuse clue?
See for yourself.
Emily walks over to a surgical case cart, opens the doors, and retrieves a key card. She hands it over to you.
Now, prostrate yourself and sing my praises, mortal.
You shrug, get down on your knees, and press your face against the ground. Our thanks to you, Emily, for giving us this item.
Excellent.
I'm just getting like free Emily stuff on this one. I'm okay with this.
What is it, Reg? A purple level 3 security keycard?
Pretty much. It has the Crick Elemental Labs logo, so I'm thinking this is how we get into the main building. This alone won't let us into Swain Industries, though.
It's a start, man. Once we get into that place, let's head up the lab. I'm sure your old man's waiting for us there.
Summer's right. Everything is leading to us back to that building, so we ought to head there as soon as we're able.
Emily, was my dad the only minion that you met up with?
I have met with many denizens of my soon-to-be kingdom. He was not the first, and he was not the last.
But was he by himself when he met you?
He was.
Oh.
Right. People remember from last episode, her thing with her dad. We found out that apparently, well, up to this point, I guess, her dad and my dad were traveling together. So she's kind of in a mixed way where she doesn't want to see him again, but as a father, does want to see him. And if you decide to watch this episode without watching that one, I really think you should watch the first, not the first episode, but watch last episode. In fact, just watch my playlist. It'll make a lot more sense.
However, he did mention that others were with him. Perhaps his followers were elsewhere, and he came to deliver an offering to me alone.
That's better than nothing. Maybe he's like us, and he's been picking people up along the way.
Whatever the case, we might find answers inside Crick Elemental Labs. If nothing else, let's keep moving. Now that we know we'll be able to get inside that building at the very least.
I can attest to the fact that nothing else of value remains in this room.
Then let's get going. Reggie, you can hold on to that key card because, quite frankly, you hold on to everything.
I'm the official holder-owner guy, so sure. We're getting closer to finding you, Dad. Oh, some drama here. But now that brings up something else to me. Hold on, I'm actually going to use the thing here. I'm going to hook.
Wee!
Oh, now I can go to the school here. With both keycards in your possession, you can now finally open the way to Swain Industries. Ah, okay, got it. So there really was... That was my one fear, was that if I did that boss, would I be locked and I have to move on? But it's luckily I can't. I don't have to move on. Because I guess there's really nothing left in Beastmore Highland Hospital except for all these cutscenes. So on the next episode, I'm going to just run through... Yeah, this is the end of the video, obviously. For the next episode, I'm going to run through the hospital and try to find all the sub-events, especially that second floor. I thought for sure I found them all. I guess I'll start with the easier ones. So who do I need first? Is anyone I can do with this team? I know I need Pearl for a lot of them. Pearl, Cece, then Pearl, Cece... Pearl can stay. Cece will replace probably like Kyrie, and then I need someone to replace Jordan. There's a lot of Emily stuff. Oh, Kyrie. Okay, so we Kyrie. Okay, then this is what we'll do. On the next episode, Jordan will give you a rest. Switch to Cece because I guess I know a lot of you guys are like, yes, finally best girl. I think they're all best girls, but who's your favorite girl? I know I ask this almost every episode because I'm curious about if you guys' opinions changed. Granted, nothing really much happened this time except for my tirades about Persona X and an old friend. But yeah, like I said, on the next episode, even though we can move on to the new area, what I'm actually going to do instead is I'm going to go to the hospital, I'm going to get through all the sub-events, raise up everyone's love. Access still thinks Jordan's at top tier, so I guess Jordan is your favorite. But like I said, viewers, what do you think about your favorite girl? Is it Jordan? Is it Pearl? Is it Kyrie? Is it Cece? Is it Emily? Is it Summer? clearly there's got to be one. Unfortunately, I really wish I could have them all, but I doubt I will in a game like this, so it would please me as punch. And obviously, if anyone has known this, because my friend knows the ending, and I admit, I asked her, is there like a path where I can like choose someone? And she literally hit me with like, you're gonna have to choose 1v. And I was like, damn it. So, okay, I don't know where it's gonna go again. You know what? I don't want to spoil, because if I feel like it would ruin the experience. So thank you all for tuning in. I know that compared to my other series, this is a lot more like slower paced and chill, but honestly, when it has its moments, it hits. And that's what I go for, and I love it. So, like I said, I thank you all for tuning in. On behalf of Axis, on behalf of all you viewers, I can't thank you enough for tuning in with the, like I said, next episode, I'm also going to probably do some tirades about martial arts movies, so if you want, be prepared. Obviously, I do these games on Fridays. It's usually later on the evenings Fridays, but yeah, if you have any questions about it, if you want to know more about me, then like I said, you can follow me on Twitch under the handle of VitaminDGR. You can subscribe to my YouTube, or if you just want to just chat with random people, you can just hop on my Discord. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got, so I guess I'll see you guys next episode, where we'll go back to the Beastmore land.
Deuces.